This is for entertainment purposes only.
So apparently, China has been spent on by a megatomic blizzard. And it seems like they're getting terrorized by a new gang on the street called the Eastside Frozen Bandits, with notorious members like Lil Bro from Johnny Test, Elsa from Frozen, and Mr. Freeze. Nah, on a serious note though, this looked like this is a clip straight out of the movie 2012. And it seems like as the days go on, we're having more and more strange weather patterns that's happening. Because there's no way.
Thanks for tuning into another episode of Quick Reaction TV, the coolest vibe on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and rock the bell for new releases. Join the Quick crew, you know what we do, call it fact or cap. I got a good selection today. Quick!
This huge, giant, prehistoric-looking thing was caught on camera in the Fraser River of Canada. Yeah, that giant creature, and nobody knows what it is. And you know, it's not the first time something like this has been spotted. Nope. You ever heard of the Loch Ness Monster? Yeah, people have been seeing that thing for decades. Here's another picture of some prehistoric monster caught on film in the 70s. Look at the size of that thing. That's got to be 30, 40 feet long. I mean, not as much detail as this dinosaur-looking thing, but still a pretty good picture for 50 years ago. And here's yet another one, spotted in a lake in Russia. Look at that neck. Look at the size of that neck. Or maybe it's not a neck. Maybe it's a giant arm. These kind of creatures have been seen all over the world. And now, thanks to cell phone cameras, we're getting way more evidence of these prehistoric jeebity-weebities. Okay, Booshkies, shabadoo!
Morbid Facts, Part 205. Daryl Sheets from Storage Wars has found many morbid items in lockers, including weapons, ashes, and coffins. But he says nothing compares to the time he found a dead body wrapped in plastic. Police later told him that a man had apparently murdered his wife and left her in the storage unit to rot. Bamboo torture was a method commonly used in East Asia that made a restrained victim sit directly on top of a bamboo sapling. Bamboo can grow up to 1.5 inches per hour, so the sapling would grow into the victim's anus and slowly tear their insides apart. According to research, male turkeys are more likely to attempt mating with a female turkey head missing its body than a female turkey body missing its head. When William the Conqueror died in the year 1087, his funeral was delayed for several days. By the time they finally laid him to rest, his body was too bloated from decay to fit inside of his tomb. Attendants tried their best to force it in, but his body eventually exploded.
Oh, man. Damn.
Yeah, Nimrod knew trigonometry. He was definitely plotting out Portal Stargate, firmament disabling tech, that also doubled as the new capital for heaven and earth. Check it out. You saw part 1, this thought experiment's about to go way deeper. We're gonna dig up some evidence. Babel, etymology, Nimrod, Orion, when will the firmament disable, did God lie, and so much other stuff. All for entertainment, theories, and thinking, let's turn on the Bunsen burners. Babel etymology, by the way, means gate of the gods, or gateway of the gods, back into the Stargate concept. Migdal Babel is the original Hebrew term for this. Babel comes from the Hebrew word balal, meaning to confuse or mingle, for 2 of the definitions. This word balal ties into the god Baal/Belial, the same deity. The word Migdal can mean temple or elevated platform, or raised bed. So let's just break down some thought forms. The elevated platform of Baal, the raised bed of confusion or mixing/mingling, which sounds a lot like Genesis 6:4, genetic or sexual mixing, and that word mingle is interesting if you know the prophet Daniel, and how he talks about a non-human seed will mingle with the seed of man. Either way, this giant altar to Baal definitely has some sacrifice ritual vibes. Baal, by the way, is another identity for Satan, if you didn't know. Let's tie in CERN right here, the particle accelerator. Smashing atoms believed to be able to break through to another dimension, or even be the Revelation 9 bottomless pit where the beings come from. But CERN also was built on an ancient temple to gods, just like the Tower of Babel. It even has statues out front of the gods. Shiva's one of them. There's even footage of them doing rituals out there, which they said was a joke. Cool story, bro. So originally, the world was one language, but after the tower, when the languages were split, it seems like pictogram forms were the first types of languages because nobody could understand each other. And then eventually, language started to develop. Sumerian, one of the first languages, called this place Entomanaki. Immediately, you can look at some of the root cores that make up the word and see Enki or Anunnaki root core sounds. So in Sumerian, what it says, it's a temple of the foundation of heaven and earth. And this wasn't a foundation to hold up the sky. They weren't stupid. The sky was already held up. Foundation meaning the capital. This was meant to be the capital of heaven and earth, dedicated to Baal, which is why all the ancient religions worship Nimrod and Nimrod's god. Check out this picture. The reason Nimrod was known as many names of many languages is because that's when all the languages were changed and they all remember that story. So obviously, he would be called lots of different things in lots of different languages. And this is the mystery Babylon religion, repackaged, remixed, and telephone game down the line of history. So this one world in unity, one world religion under one ruler worshiping one god with one language is what you're going to see repackaged its way back around at the end with the Antichrist storyline. Just straight up capital for the New World Order style repackaged. Full circle. This will be a good time to show you how Nimrod and his team were on that astrophysicist level with trigonometry. Which, by the way, if you watched this 3 days ago, Google would have told you a different story, since that's what you want to believe anyway. Well, a couple of days ago, if you were to Google when the oldest example of trigonometry was, it would be Hipparchus, Greek astronomer. But if you Google it today, you'll find a completely different answer, because at the time of the Tower of Babel, they found tablets that show a more advanced form of trigonometry than we have today, which has great relevance for our modern world. The article quoted as saying, "The ancient world teaching us something new." Hey, wouldn't you say? Because yeah, while he was planning out trigonometry, he was also just shooting a plain bow and arrow straight up into the sky and thought he killed God because it came down with blood. That's exactly how to interpret that. So what is trigonometry used for anyway? Is that what astrophysicists use? Is that what is being used at CERN? Full circle again. Thought forms expanding. Nimrod, the mighty hunter. Orion, the mighty hunter. Again, this connection with Nimrod and Orion and the pyramids with the way that they're aligned. Also, Orion is called Al-Jabor by Syrians, which is the same as El Gabor, which we went over in the first video, the giant. And Nimrod became a Gaborim. This also ties in with the idea that Nimrod wanted to take out God in heaven, which the whole location of heaven being in an Orion thread, tying back in. In Syrian, Tammuz is Nimrod, and in some languages, Tammuz is what they call Orion. A lot of the ancient religions started by worshiping Nimrod, all by different names, with different languages trying to make language. This was all ancient fertility god worship, birthing Baal. Also on a side note, this seems like this is where nations began. And the nations were divided up amongst spirit beings known as the Divine Council. This thread is referenced in the Bible, and the Psalms and other places. Also, Michael Heiser has some really good information on it. You can go look up and be educated. So it's because of all this and his failure that the name Nimrod became synonymous with making foolish decisions, and you call somebody a Nimrod. Well, although extremely wise, morally challenging God maybe was not the best experiment for Nimrod to conduct. Also, if you didn't know, the book of Jasher says that Nimrod was killed by Esau. Moving into our final experiment, did God lie? Did God lie, or did the serpent lie? What did they say? What happened after? God said, don't eat from it or you'll die. The serpent said, you can eat from it and you'll be like God. Did they die? The answer is yes. Did they become like God? The answer is no. Still don't believe me? It's because you're not asking the most obvious question that nobody asked. Why didn't they eat from the tree of life? There was no command against eating from the tree of life. It was also in the garden. They were free to eat from the tree of life in a pure and innocent state and live forever that way. That would have made them like God. That was the tree that would have made them like God. They were on their way to that tree to eat eventually from it, and they were intercepted by the serpent, who convinced them to eat from the wrong tree. The same thing he's doing to many of you right now. He convinced them to eat from the wrong tree. That would sabotage all of us and take the long route to becoming like God. We would have been like God if we would have eaten from the tree of life, which was God's original intentions all along, according to the context of the text. But don't worry, God will work his way back around to the tree for us, because after all, he made it for us. Everyone is obviously free to think what they want. These are just interesting data points for you on your journey, as we all head towards the final Tower of Babel scenario. Don't be afraid to tread the unknown when you do your own experiments. Keep seeking truth at all costs. Till I see you next time.
It's facts! It's not facts, these sites is not facts.
Hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and join the Quik crew and come back tomorrow. I call facts. Comment below. Let's get back to it. Quik.
So apparently Ron Garcia has seen the Ark of the Covenant with the 10 Commandments on it and has proof to show us. Listen to what he about to say.
Real? 100%. And we know exactly where it's at.
Where is it?
In the Vatican.
Interesting.
Have I been in the Vatican? Yes, sir. Did they let me in the back room? Of course. All right, can you give me some validation here? Yes, because everybody thinks I'm lying here. Literally, and they let me in the back room. This is what happened. This is how I was able to get into the back room, because everybody always says I'm lying. I was in the Vatican just like anybody else. People started crowding me in the Vatican. One of the security, or I guess one of the higher ups in the Vatican noticed. I said, I need some help. There's a lot of people crowding me. They let me in the back room. They liked my personality, so they start showing me everything. The robes, the
He's not lying. He's not
jewels.
lying. All right, so here's the proof. We were in Israel in June, and Bibi, one of Bibi's boys, texted me. He said, "Hey, brother, good morning. I spoke with Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. He would like to meet Ryan." Facts right here. Y'all can screenshot it. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Here y'all go.
That's facts. So for all y'all saying he's crazy for that, this actually happened.
So now if the Ark of the Covenant is real, that means the Ten Commandments are real. And I remember what Ron Garcia said when he first started coming out saying all this stuff. Is everything that he's saying, he got proof to back it up.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
So for the past couple of days, you guys, India has been getting bombarded with tornadoes of mosquitoes. Y'all, check this out. These are all mosquitoes. Those are all mosquitoes. It's like twisters and twisters of mosquitoes, y'all. Check this out. It's just crazy. You can see them in the lens. So you guys know how it's been flooding and raining everywhere. You guys know that, right? So India has been one of the spots where it has been flooding a lot. So because of this, there has been a lot of water, excessive water, and this is causing mosquitoes. They call them the netizens. The netizens, it's telling them to use flamethrowers because it's so much out there, y'all. Look at that, y'all. Jesus. Now, what would you do if you saw tornadoes of mosquitoes like this, y'all? How would you escape that? That's crazy. Like, where is it all coming from? Look at that. You can even ride your motorcycle or moped in peace without being, but wow. Yo, that's just insane, y'all. This area has resulted in rising numbers of mosquitoes. But I'm just, look at that, y'all. It looks like DNA strands. Right? But where are they all coming from? This is where I want to know. Where are they coming from? That water is not joking, y'all. That water that was frozen, that's making its way onto the earth now, that's being removed from the Arctic, right? Making its way onto the earth now. It's not playing. And now India is being bombarded with mosquitoes with the potential of bringing diseases from these mosquitoes, y'all. Y'all know what mosquitoes do. But yeah, but this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness to interesting situations during this interesting time. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Like, comment, and share for more videos like this. Thank you for tuning to my frequency. Let's get this shift, y'all. Peace in.
This is what the boxer Garcia was speaking about. You see what John Cena did last night? People still believe the Illuminati and the dark cabal don't exist, but you got grown men acting like this in front of the world. Most of these entertainers, actors, and actresses, they sold their soul a long time ago. But I know what people are going to say. You can't sell your soul because God have it. God also gave you free will, so you can do whatever the hell you want to do. I'm pretty sure this grown man did not want to come out on stage in front of millions of people and do this. But remember, they are puppets. Someone's pulling the strings behind the scenes. All this is a script. But most people don't understand about these rituals is this. They actually have tapes and recordings of all these celebrities doing all kind of wicked things, and they blackmail them. So these celebrities got to do everything these directors tell them to do. If not, they're going to expose their secrets to the world. These people are being blackmailed. I'm pretty sure he has a family, and his family said, maybe you shouldn't do it, but he has no choice no more. This is what that boxer Garcia was speaking about. Once you get a little bit of fame, they come at you with all kind of contracts and make you do all kind of wicked things. Sometimes you can say no, and sometimes you can say yeah. John Cena said yeah. I'm so happy all these things are being exposed and that people are finally catching up and waking up to all these dark things going on behind the scenes. This is not just entertainment. It's not just for fun. You are witnessing someone sell a soul right in front of you. So the real question is, what do they have on this man to make him go out and do this? He must be doing some real demonic stuff behind the scenes. But it's not just him. Everyone in Hollywood must go through these dark rituals. Did you know most people in Hollywood can't even have mirrors in their house? If you can't look at your own reflection and be happy, maybe you are doing something wrong. Maybe Hollywood is not the place for you. But once you sign these contracts, game is over, and Hollywood owns all of your rights.
So apparently, China has been spit on by a megatomic blizzard. And it seems like they're getting terrorized by a new gang on the street called the Eastside Frozen Bandits. with notorious members like Lil Bro from Johnny Test, Elster from Frozen, and Mr. Freeze. Nah, on a serious note though, this looked like this is a clip straight out of the movie 2012. And it seems like as the days go on, we're having more and more strange weather patterns that's happening. Because there's no way that this whole area is covered in 2 inches of ice. Straight ice. Look at the cars. The car has been obliterated with ice. And it seems like the weather is only getting worse and worse as the days continue. Yeah, the planet is definitely giving us signs as she twerked a ice sheet over China. And we all remember how scientists have been raising the alarm through the roof about climate change. Well, it's changed before our eyes. We have new rivers that pop up in new places and others where rivers dried up. Ice as thick as 2 inches and summers as hot as the sun. Y'all let me know what y'all think about China having this ice sheet obliterate them in the comments. So like and follow for more wisdom and stay tuned. Follow me on YouTube and Instagram if you want that exclusive content. Stay tapped in.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
If you made it this far, thanks for coming to Kick It with me. Please like, subscribe, and join the Quik crew, and comment on today's video. Share this with your friends. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Quik.